learned about getting out of this slump is that it's not going to happen in just 1 week, and it is so easy to lose steam and just end up right back where you were. So you may remember that I made the goals previously of waking up at 4:45, taking vitamins, getting activity early in the day, getting sunshine throughout the day, and eating well, prioritizing my energy. And I'm happy to say that I have kept those things up, and I'm planning to continue to keep those things up, and I think we're ready to upgrade to level 2. So while doing all of the aforementioned healthy habits that we worked so hard to implement a couple weeks ago, I have some new goals that are going to fit into this week as well. It is just a regular normal work week. Like, hi, I'm Anna. I live in Atlanta. I'm 24 and I'm a medical social worker at a children's hospital. And also this week, I'm going to be trying a new workout class, doing some little home renovations that I've been putting off, focusing on content creation. Specifically, I have 3 brand deals this week that I need to film and edit and submit. I put the goal of vacuum. I know that doesn't sound like a big goal, a healthy habit to get into during the week, but I love doing weekend resets. But it would be great if I could do more throughout the week so that the weekend doesn't need as big of a reset. So vacuum. And 5, I'm planning on finishing a book this week. I just started the book this morning while on the treadmill, and it's almost 500 pages. So I don't know if it's realistic or not to actually finish it this week, but those are all the goals that we have going on. I didn't tell you that much about work this morning because I honestly was pretty anxious going in, just knowing something that I needed to do today, but I knocked it out quick in the morning and it kind of made the rest of the day feel a lot easier. So this is not a story of how I overcame my anxiety. This is a story of how I at least didn't procrastinate my anxiety so I could just feel better afterwards after it was done. But tonight I'm going to a new workout class I've never been to. It's a boot camp class and I am feeling so nervous because, I don't know what room it's in. I don't know the instructor. Only 5 people have signed up, which could be great, but I don't know. It's also an interesting vibe. It says aimed at getting you out of your comfort zone. I used to be all about that. I love my comfort zone now. This class will build core strength all while exercising through various circuits and drills. Every boot camp is different and it's 60 minutes long, and I'm about to leave, but leaving now will put me early. But then I can sit and watch and observe people and try to figure out where the room is without having to ask anybody for help. I'm a lot better at doing my goals than I am about having a good attitude about my goals, but I am excited. If this is something that I end up loving, I think it'll be really great for me. I usually love a group fitness class environment, and that's when I push myself the hardest, and they just feel really fun to me, and I haven't had that in a long time that I've regularly gone to. So if this becomes great and it's something that I can regularly go to, more power to me. I just have to do it for it to be that. I'm literally playing Who's Afraid of Little Old Me in my headphone because I feel that's the energy I need to bring as I'm just going to a new gym and trying a new class. I do not need to be that fierce and ferocious to do that, but I feel that's the hype up that's required of me right now. The workout class was honestly really great, and I am quite pleased. It's being around people just makes me push myself so much harder than I ever would whenever I'm only accountable to myself. And so it was really great, but it also did inspire me to take some rest and relaxation to not just burn out my body, because I'm gonna go to the same one tomorrow, Wednesday. And so originally my plan, I was I'm gonna wake up early on Tuesday and I'm gonna go lift again at the gym. And really what I'm gonna do is go walk on the treadmill today after work, and I let myself sleep in a little bit to 6. And it felt so late and relaxing and recovery, and nothing whenever I used to roll out of bed from my little burrow that I was in at 6:45 and have to rush to get ready for work. It didn't feel anything like that. So the new routine is still doing good things. I still need to make breakfast before I go anywhere, but today at work, the things I know of only is I have an hour-and-a-half CEU in the middle of the day, which I'm kind of excited for. The licensing cycle for social work just renewed in Georgia on, I guess, October 1st was the first day. So in the next 2 years, I have to get 35 CEUs again. And I really try to get as many as I can right in the beginning so that I never run into an issue where I'm needing more and not getting enough. So I did one last week. I'll do 1.5 this week. And I think for the next couple of weeks, I have a 1.5 each week, which is good pace to keep up my extra learning. So if it's not clear, yesterday we accomplished the goal of trying a new workout class, and I'll be going back again later this week. I'm not positive what we're going to accomplish tonight. I feel it could be good to do one of the brand deals just to get that out of the way and going, but I'll try to plan that. If I have any downtime during the day, I'll try to plan what we're gonna do tonight. It is 4:53 and I am working. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it. No, but I wanted to show you because I'm making progress on the brand deals that I said I was gonna film. This one is going to need like the little talking unboxing that I just did, but then it's also gonna need some B-roll, which I think I'll take maybe later tonight and just kind of like set up an area of the kitchen to look very nice. But it's this decanter set that is actually so cool. It's a decanter and then 2 cups too that are personalized with our little married last name. That is not mine yet, but eventually will become mine. I don't know if I've talked about this. I don't think I've talked about this yet because people in my personal life still ask me. I do plan on taking Zach's last name whenever we get married, and I imagine that like socially I'll immediately take it, but I'm not gonna legally change my name until I get my clinical license for social work, just because it's a lot of extra paperwork as far as like why don't your transcripts match your current last name, or like why don't your supervision hours match your current last name. Like it's just gonna be easier for me to get my license with all the documentation that I need without changing my name, and then I'll change it legally afterwards. But I do plan to change my name, but just not right away. This little decanter set though is already our new last name. Zach did ask if I could make him dinner tonight since he is gonna go get groceries, which I feel like is a pretty fair trade-off. I am honestly not that hungry. I don't know why. So maybe as I make dinner, I'll get more hungry, but since my workout class last night, I'm not feeling overly sore. Like I feel like I worked, but I'm not feeling crazy sore. I imagine it'll probably be tomorrow that I feel the most sore, and also it is tomorrow that I'm planning on going back to the workout class. So I do plan to go and walk on the treadmill for a little bit tonight, just as a way to like active recover, have the body moving, not be so stiff without like truly putting extra strain on it. I think the dinners that I'm planning, the one dinner I'm making tonight, I'm just gonna make the ground turkey, rice, and a veggie, but I don't know what veggies we have. How about broccoli? Steaming bag, put a little salt and pepper on there. I was gonna say that's easy enough. That's literally like the easiest thing that I could be doing right now. But make dinner, go do my little walk, film some B-roll for the decanter. I do think, like, I don't drink whiskey, much less like just have it sitting around my house. So I think for the B-roll, I'm gonna like make a tea or something that'll be brown and will kind of like give more decanter vibes without actually being just like whiskey or bourbon or whatever people put in decanters. Like I think it's a fun decoration regardless, and I mean obviously it can literally hold anything, but that's my plan for the actual filming. Look at this productivity we have going on. I am gonna go back to the new workout class again tonight. So I feel like that's extra credit for my goals. I feel like I get 2 times points for that. This is like my booster point. I'm a little intimidated because it was really hard last time, but I'm gonna put my hair up. I think this is gonna be my outfit. This is the same shirt that I wore to work, but I mean, it works. And then if I sweat too much, I have a long line sports bra on under here. And I also, this is exciting, we have a concierge service at work, and so they'll buy things from Costco for me, and these are not always in stock. I have never gotten them before, but it's Fairlife's protein little nutrition shakes, chocolate. I'd meant to get them Monday, but then with like having kind of a stressful start to Monday, I didn't get the request in soon enough to get same day concierge on Monday, and so they came back today, Wednesday, and I got my little Fairlife guys. So I'm gonna put one in the fridge to have whenever I get back. If it tastes like regular Fairlife, then it's gonna be such a win, and I can just have it ready for me for whenever I get back from my workout. And then the other thing that's waiting for me when I get back from my workout is that I have a package. It should have been 2, but it's just 1 package that got delivered today. It's like in our little package lockers, and I actually don't know which one it is. It is either going to be the next contenders for my night before dress, for my little bridal dress, or it's going to be the shapewear that I got to try to see if I would like, because I'm getting alterations to my wedding dress on Saturday, and so you need to like have what you're wanting to wear with your wedding dress whenever you get fitted for alterations. So I was like, I'm gonna see if it's something that I would like. Let's see. I don't think, okay, my Hello Molly dresses one does not say delivered, but let's check my Honey Love shapewear one. Cool. It also does not say delivered. So I really don't know which package is waiting there for me. I I would kind of have time to go get it and come back before I leave, but the fact that I still haven't put my hair up or anything, I probably just need to wait until I'm on my way back from my workout class. Last night I did finish editing and submit the UGC video that I was doing, which is very exciting. So I need to come up with like my next plan for the next one that I'm doing. And then I cannot wait. You can kind of see it back there. This big long shelf is what my like quote unquote home renovations that we're doing this week are going to be, because it is supposed to go on top of the couch over there, just like how it was in our last apartment. I really loved how it was, and it's just really hard to put up because there's no room for error when you're putting up the screws. Like, they have to be so exact measurement wise, but then you obviously want the shelf to be centered and level too. So I have a method in my head that I'm thinking is going to work. It's just going to take me doing it, and if I'm really feeling it, we're going to start that when I get home tonight too. A reflection that I was kind of having last night, since we're in my whole like get out of a slump, this is a new Anna, new week, new goals, those kinds of things. It's just that if I'm going to feel tired, I would so much rather it be like feeling tired from doing great and wonderful things, or like things that I feel good about, like productive things, because now it's like at the end of the day, I for sure am tired just like I was before, but I feel like it makes sense because I've like done stuff to kind of earn that, or I've done stuff that justifies the tired that I'm feeling, and it's not just where I get home from work and I'm like, oh, I literally can't do anything ever again, ever. It's like I just needed the progressive feedback loop of like the motivation to get back up, so that I just like want to be a more active player in my life. But let me brush my hair, slick it back a little bit, go do the workout class, get my packages, and then I'll come back. Pray for me during this workout class. It was so hard last time. My package was actually a 2-for-1. Both of my packages were in the one locker, so that's why neither of them said anything, because it was both. And this is the first dress from Hello Molly that I am thinking is a winner for rehearsal dinner. It does fit like a wee bit funky, but nothing that we can't work with. I do have the shapewear that I wiggled into under here just to try on. I think I'll try on my wedding dress tonight too with it on, just to see if I want it. It was a little bit tough to wiggle into, but now that I'm in it, it's like pretty comfortable. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but it is nice, honestly, to be like smooth against the dress. Like the dress can scooch around a lot easier whenever I was getting it on, because it does fit, but it also is like, I think a little bit tighter maybe than they would be meaning for it to be. But I do like it.
Your escalation in voice.
Then they were meaning it to be. Then they were meaning it to be. Does that sound better? It's a little tighter than they were meaning it to be. How was that? And I got another dress too that I haven't even pulled out of here yet. And it really is because I had store credit from when I purchased the two that I purchased before that we returned. And I have ordered what I'm hoping will be my reception dress, but not from Hello Molly. It was actually from Lucy in the Sky, and it's actually not shipping until October 18th. So it'll be later that that one comes. But this was just like a cutie little white dress that doesn't even have to be only bridal. We'll try it on too. That I just thought was really fun. And it was like relatively cheap and used the perfect amount of my store credit left over. I am feeling like this is a win though. And I think that the color will go well with the shoes that I'm meaning to wear with it. And I'm sure once I find whatever little bra situation I'll have going on up here, I can make it fit a little better. I was saying like it's a little tight, but it also kind of like gives Bridgerton a little bit. But this feels like a win for both the shapewear and the dress. Here's dress number 2. It doesn't have any specific plans, but I feel like it could be fun for like the venue walkthrough or something. I feel like a tulip, and you would not believe the lengths I had to go through to get this on. The zipper is not high quality, I will tell you that much. I do like this one. Even non-bridal, like just be a cute little summer dress too.
Very cute.
Very cute. Now I need to try on my wedding dress, but you don't get to see that, and you don't get to see that. Good morning. I'm all cozied up, and this morning's early morning activity has been tippy tapping away at my little computer. I'm answering a lot of emails. I feel like that's something I'm bad at, is like I'll read an email and I'll be like, oh, I'll answer that soon, and then it's like 5 days pass and I haven't. So I'm trying to get better at that. And I was watching a vlog of Clara Purse, and she was like, look, like I did all of my computer work today and like my inbox is at 0. I was like, inbox at 0? That is what I am aspiring to, but I definitely am not quite there yet. For breakfast, I made some eggs and put it on toast and put like a little piece of pepper jack cheese between the egg and the toast, and it was really good. And then I had one of the Fairlife proteins too. Did I tell you about them yesterday? Like, not only do they taste good, but they're also 150 calories and 30 grams of protein. So like the protein to what you're consuming ratio is high. Oh, I did tell you about this. I'm remembering it now because I was saying how I wanted it Monday, but I was a little stressful on the start of Monday, and so I missed it and had to get the Wednesday pickup. Yep, I told you all that. Sorry. We have the window open right now, so I'm all cozied up. It is finally feeling beautiful out. It is 57 right now. I might need like a little jacket or something. I mean, it's getting warmer throughout the day. The high is 75, which is so beautiful. And this Saturday, whenever I'm planning my like perfect fall Saturday, that is a low of 50, high of 76, which I think will be very perfect. But I'm gonna continue answering all the emails for a little bit and then get dressed, and pretty soon it'll be another day at work. Yesterday was the first like truly busy day I feel like that I've had since we moved, because we're kind of amping back up, but it was just various things like social security applications and family meetings, and I attended quite a few actual meetings, like 2 continuing educations. It was just like a lot going on. I finished most of my notes except for the note for the like big family meeting, because those take forever to do, so I'll finish that today whenever I get in. I was gonna say I have my coffee getting made over there, so sorry for that sound, but it's actually silent. I don't know if it's not making my coffee. Oh, there it started. But I feel like whenever I get one package, I just get all of my packages all at once. I feel like it's one video a month where just like literally everything comes in. This is my just like refill on cleaning supplies that I figured I'd show you. This is the laundry detergent that I've used and loved for a long time. It's been like a year and a half now. I got the sea salt flavor. Sometimes we get lavender. I go between the two. I kind of forget what sea salt smells like, but I mean, I think it's gonna smell quite delicious. But it's just Zoom laundry soap. And then along the same lines, I got, oh weird, it doesn't have like a topper on it like how mist bottles usually do. Oh well. But I got a lavender Zoom mist, so the same brand, and I guess the same scent as our current laundry, but just a little room/body mist. So you know what? That was like that was nose level that I just did that at. My aromatherapy is gonna be so strong today. That smells really good. I'm imagining using it as like a sleep mist because lavender is good for that. I thought I was getting more soap than this, but apparently this is the amount of soap that I got. I always get Dove. I've never gotten this scent before. This is the pear and aloe scent. I feel like the pink Dove soap is usually my favorite, but then they're like vanilla shea butter one I also like. I really did think it was more that I was getting, but that's fine. And then lastly, I got more Mrs. Meyer's clean spray. This is just the women's scent. I have an apple cider scent that was like a limited edition 2 years ago or something like that. And I do really like it, and it's good for fall, but I feel like there's also just something about like cleaning your house and everything smelling like lemon that is very nice. And so I was running out of my apple cider, stocked up on these guys. And I really am glad to get lemon, because before I got rose and then I got apple cider, which are like both great scents, but like I said, there's something different about it being lemon scented. This is my outfit of the day. Little black shirt, purple pants. I'm gonna get ready to walk. I'm gonna get ready to leave. You may notice that the shelf we talked about last night is still sitting right here. It's because I realized my hired help was busy last night. Zach was like reading for his PhD and working very hard. And so I think a lot of it I can do without him, but since it's such a long shelf, I do need help like holding it level and all of that. So we will try that again tonight. Okay, my method for my madness of how to get this shelf up onto that wall, because truly, I don't know if you can tell, that's the hardware that we're working with back here. There is not a lot of room for error, like at all. And that was something that was really hard the last time we were putting up at our old apartment, was that we had to do like 4 different screw holes for each of the screws because it kept being just like barely off and there's no room for error. So what I'm thinking this time, I am going to put post-it notes and put the screw coming out of the hardware of like exactly where it needs to go. And then I'm gonna tape the post-it note there, take the screw out. We're gonna find the spot on the couch and on the wall that this needs to go with the post-it notes with their screw hole. They're just like one singular screw hole still taped on here. Once we find the place where the shelf needs to go on the wall, we're changing the post-it notes, so keeping them exactly where they are, but they're gonna be stuck to the wall with still the screw hole in it, so that then they're stuck to the wall. We screw the screws into the screw holes through the post-it notes, and theoretically everything should be exactly correct. Anna, why don't you use a tape measure? Too much room for error, and that's where our issue was last time. And if we have to drill multiple holes per screw for this, then like so be it, but I'm hoping that we don't have to do that. Yes! And we even have the middle one. We never got the middle one at our old apartment. I have been wanting to do that for so long. Like, you would not believe how long I've been wanting to do that. And so that feels really good to have up and have done, and just makes it feel like we're a bit more moved in 4 months after we actually moved in. 3 months, I'll give myself full credit. The goal that I'm feeling the least confident in its completion this week is finishing my book, considering I'm still only like 15% of the way through it, and it's pretty long, but I am excited. It's by Natasha Lester, who has written some of my other just like favorite books. It's The Disappearance of Astrid Bergard, and a lot of her books are like a mix of historical fiction and contemporary in the same story that kind of go together in really pretty ways. So whether it's like a grandmother and her granddaughter both at like the same ages in their lives growing up, or like something like that, and there's usually some Paris, France, there's usually some like fashion interwoven in, but it also is just like a really good engaging story. So I really like the book, but I'm not gonna read it tonight because I'm gonna get started on editing this video. I feel like that's probably what's gonna be kindest to myself, considering this video is gonna end on a Friday and be posted on a Sunday. So it'd be nice of me to get started with that. It's Friday. We've made it to Friday. I slept in again today. We've kind of fallen off a little bit of the 4:45 grind, but I slept in until 6:15 because I'm planning on working out after work today. And so it just kind of felt silly to wake up for like no good reason. When I made work on editing yesterday, I've like worked on cleaning up yesterday. Like there was nothing so pressing that I needed to lose sleep over it this morning. And so I left it. I woke up at 6:15. I mean, I still made myself breakfast. I've gotten ready. I have like extra time here. So I think we're good. I'm not hating myself for it at all. Achieve the goals on the days the goals make sense. Don't use that as a motto for the rest of your life. I feel like that probably falls flat in some scenarios, but I have high hopes for Friday. Oh my gosh, literally the coffee just reminded me to make it for myself. That was not on my radar. It has not been going on and off. Why did it just do that now? It was saying, Anna, don't leave without making coffee. You will hate yourself for it later. Crazy. I don't know why I have high hopes for Friday. I think I'm just trying to like force high hopes into Friday. I don't really know specifically of anything I have going on, but I do have a one-on-one meeting with my supervisor today. A little social work supervision, which I am excited for because I feel like I have questions I want to talk about and like things to discuss to make me a better worker. So I'm gonna make coffee. Thank you for the reminder. And then head on to the workplace. we made it to another Friday. We did some things, we failed to do some things this week, as it goes. I've been loving this style of vlog, and so I hope you have been too. If you've made it to this point in the video, comment this emoji. I've loved that we started doing that again, because it shows who stayed through the whole video. I mean, I love you if something comes up and you have to leave 10 minutes in, but you know, just come back later so we can hang out for the rest of the week, or you might miss out on some good stuff. You never know. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave, because that's so helpful to me. I love you. I appreciate you. As always, good things are coming for both me and you, and I'll see you next time.